Here is now the second tutorial on the MIS report. We now look at the bottom part of the MIS report. It starts with intra-company purchases. So when a company is selling to itself, you may recall that this company had sold 9,000 chips to itself, to another area, and 20,000 PCs. We see here where they went. The 9,000 chips, as we suspected, went to Brazil, and the 20,000 PCs went to Europe. And so we have here the cost, which is the cost decided by the company, because when you sell to yourself, of course, you have to decide a price that includes the transfer cost. There are some regulations for that. You are not expected to price below variable cost, and I would say not above consumer price. Otherwise, you may be suspected of cheating the tax in one area or the other, the sending area or the receiving area. So there are some regulations. Beware. Look at what the executive guide tells you about this. Then intercompany purchases, there are none, otherwise they would be registered in this area. Components expedited, that doesn't apply in this particular simulation that we play. So don't look at this section. And then ending inventory, which is a very important table. The ending inventory, it is the ending inventory at the end of the quarter 8 in this case. So this company has 0 chips of any sort. They have nearly 20,000 Y2 in the US, 20,000, a bit more than 20,000 Y2 in Europe, and about 16,000 Y2 in Brazil. That means in Q9, they can only sell this, what they have in ending inventory, and that will become the beginning inventory of Q9. So in Q9, they can only sell this and possibly whatever they order by air freight. Anything else they cannot sell. Only ending inventory, I repeat, plus air freighted goods. So when you plan your Q9, you should always look at this previous quarter, Q8 in this case, to check what is in stock, what is in inventory. And then if you plan to sell more, your only chance will be to order by air freight. Then we have information about their plants. So plant 1, plant 2, plant 3 by area. What we discover is they have only one plant in the US, and it's a PC plant which is 8 quarters old. And they have also a PC plant in Brazil which is 8 quarters old. And that tends to be old, and that would be, for instance, the case when you need to make process improvement in the F2 form. Number of regional offices, they have only one regional office in the United States, one in Europe, one in Brazil. If they are selling only through their sales offices, that's too little. They should build, or they should have built, more sales offices in the past. Now, regarding their patent situation, they own, and of course they can produce, grade 3, up to grade 3, Y3 in all areas. When you own a grade, this is generally worldwide, it's always worldwide, so therefore it will be specified in all areas. If you license in a patent, then it is by area. And it may be that you have only a license for US or for Europe. So always pay attention to these lines, 159, 160, because that's where you know which grade you own. So at the end, after the simulation, when the quarter has been run, and you want to know whether you have obtained a new grade, then go to these lines. That's how you will know. Wholesaler registration, you are a wholesaler when this line will include 1 instead of zeros. So unless you're a wholesaler, of course, you won't be able to sell with the same rights, the same benefits, the same privileges as a wholesaler. But of course, as a wholesaler, you also have constraints because you are not allowed to own any plants in the area. So that's it. That's all we wanted to say